Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab in the wee hours of the morning where I do what I do for you. Today, I got a good lesson for you. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go. Right, listen, 25 rules to live by storytelling, story with a message and story for life. I'm giving life lessons, and y'all tuning and receiving them. You know I'm loving it. Let's do it. Right Thinkers mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Okay? Right thinking is a way of life, and it is a way of life. Through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission. That's my job, to get you to know yourself. Your job is to take the lessons, understand them, and then live them, and you'll know for yourself. You know yourself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, foolish. You don't know himself. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. Why? They know enough to know what they don't know. So you teach them what they don't know. I'm not going to tell you what you already know. That's not enlightening you. Enlightening you is telling you something you don't know. So let's go. But now here, if you're a person who knows not and believe that you know, you are dangerous. Most likely religious also. Because you're going by believe. I'm going to avoid you. A person who knows and knows not that they know is asleep, like most people this time in the morning. But I do what I do for you. I'm going to awaken you with knowledge of self. Okay? A person who knows and knows that they know, and I know what I know, is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. To Maya be true. If you only have belief, and belief without knowledge is reckless, dangerous. Okay, not good. So take your belief, let that take you wherever it's gonna lead you. I'll take knowledge any day. Let's go. Right thinkers, let's talk about, yeah, they call me the evangelist, we know that. But how about this? The evangelist goes to church. Well, they evangelists, evangelists, do they work outside of church? What I was told. But I'm going to church to teach my church family right thinking philosophy. Booyah! Ooh, boy, you have no idea. You have no idea, but let me talk about it. Right thinking, I'm talking about me going to church. I go to church every Sunday. I'm in church every week. But I'm going to church on Saturday. I can teach. Get off the street. All right, let's go. I have the God connection. I want to bring my Christian followers into the light of knowledge of God from a different perspective. Not trying to change nothing except giving you some information that when you understand it, you can employ it and you can see where it fits right into what you're already doing. So don't get, well, you come and go change us. Nah, but see, my pastor already know me, so I'm not worried about that concept. All right, watch this. I want my church family to have right thinking knowledge, okay, watch this, of God from ancient Egyptian concept. Our ancient ancestors knew how to get to God. They laid it out for you. Same way the Christians laid out the Bible for you. I got the Per Em Haru. That's our Bible. Claim the book of the dead is the book of coming forth by day, by light. Light is knowledge and is also the sunlight. So light was used in a few different variations from the ancient times. Understand that light meant knowledge. Again, I have a job to do. And that is to what? Enlighten you to yourself, aka God consciousness. Become aware of who you are. Know thyself. That's the purpose of right thinking philosophy, because it's ways that you can do just that. I'm a spiritual truth-telling teacher. You have biblical knowledge, and I will give you spiritual knowledge to go with your biblical knowledge. Ooh, I can only imagine how tough you'd be with two knowledges that's going to serve you better and help you serve yourself and your higher self better. If that's what you want to use it to serve Jesus, serve him. But get knowledge of him. I'm going to teach you about God. That's my knowledge concept. The biblical concept is y'all Jesus. I understand that, but this is before that. So I'm teaching about Haru. Okay? Half a dozen on one hand, 6 on the other hand. That means they're both the same thing. They just saying it different. Biblical, Christian, ancient, Egyptian, we both serving a higher power, aka God. But you remember there's a strife between the Egyptians and the Christians. The Christians claim their God put 10 plagues on Egypt to supersede their gods. Did you know your history? I do, so that's why I bring it to you, because I do know, okay? Just help me out. Again, that's what enlightenment is. Give me something that you didn't know. I get respect from my church family for the way what I carry myself and conduct myself on a week-to-week basis. I come, I participate, I follow rules, and I'm engaging before and after, but I'm getting biblical lessons from my pastor. I come there for that. I ride an hour to go to church, and I gotta go around the corner. No. Gas, money, time, and effort. All that's put into just going to get the lesson. And if the lesson wasn't worth it, I wouldn't be doing it. I don't claim to be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I'm sure not the dullest. So if something ain't working for me, I'm not going to do that. I got 8 years going on with this guy. Understand that my church family, I love them. All right, watch this. Oh yeah. Okay, when I came to him 7, 8 years ago, I told him, my pastor, I came to him, I told him, I'm not coming here looking for God. I know God. I come to fellowship with God-minded people. And he welcomed me in. We've been doing that for a while. And I've been learning the craft of Bible study. I'm told by my pastor, I'm a good Christian student, one of his best. Why? Because the lessons that he gave, I listen and I bring it back to him to let him know, is this the message, is this the lesson? And he said, yeah, he said, Brother Wright, you're the only minister that does that. I'm learning. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm learning. This is something new to me. As a student, I'm going to be engaging. I'm going to ask questions. Yeah, I'm going to show you what I know about what you said. I'm going to bring it back to you, what I think that was. And if I'm correct, then I'm learning my lesson. If not, you can correct me so I can still learn the lesson. I'm not dumb by no stretch. So if I want to learn something, I'm going to give you my undivided, and I'm going to take what you say, and I'm going to manifest it. I'm going to use it. And I keep telling you, all the lessons I'm getting from my dude is playing it out for me. Let God fight your battles. Don't get down in the mud. These are things that I wasn't familiar with them. That wasn't in my repertoire. See, I'm learning different things that I can use to help me better myself. Again, I don't think I know anything and everything, but I'm taking lessons. Why? I'm a student in life. I'm a teacher of my concepts. Understand that? Let's go. Excuse me. Sorry, but where was that down here? Mark it on. Okay, here we go. Personally, I came to my pastor with knowledge of God already, aka right there philosophy, but I came to learn biblical knowledge, and that's what I've been doing for the last 8 years. And guess what? I'm enjoying practicing Christian concepts that I'm learning from my pastor, and I'm putting it to use in my regular life. And I'm finding out this stuff works too. Okay? It wasn't my concept. It wasn't my way, but I was taught it, I learned it, and I practiced it, and it worked. So I got that in my arsenal too, from experience. Not because my pastor said it, but because I used it, and I got the philosophy behind it. I used it. Now I got to understand it completely. If I have to, I can teach that from a biblical concept. See, we getting there. I hope you paid attention to this. Now, my spiritual walk is won by faith, not by sight. I always knew that. Yeah, that's right. If you're spiritual, you're walking by the faith that you have in your higher power. If you're ego tripping, you just walking, brassing, I got this. I used to walk that way. So understand that too. Watch this. Now, I'll take you back to your religious origins. That's where the rubber gonna meet the road. Because I'm not here to beat you down or disrespect. No, I'm here to enlighten you to something that obviously you wasn't taught. It's not in your teachings. Why? Not a lesson. I got a bunch of information for you on both sides, and it's all good. Okay? I don't play that one better than the other. No, it's just different. But it's the same. Again, 6 on this hand, half a dozen on the other. I got you. We have been showing devotion to God, aka higher self, our true essence, for a lot of years. As a Christian follower, I've been following the biblical concepts of Jesus Christ, and I go through that. Now, religion's job, watch this, their job as a religion, biblically, is to what? Connect you to your higher self through what? Jesus Christ. Okay, that's the caveat. Egyptians did it with Haru. I did the lesson for that. Y'all enjoyed that, so I appreciate that. I can see now it's starting to come out a little better. Understand that I'm not anti-Jesus. Okay, I ain't pro-Haru. I just know the difference between the two is pretty much the same thing. They both the Son of God. S-O-N. But that's no lesson. We ain't going there right now. I'm trying to let you know I'm going to get into giving knowledge that I have of my ancestors to my biblical Christ-like family who asked me to do that. I'm not forcing it, so I'm loving the fact that they entertaining that they even want to have it. They said, we want right thinking in church. I'm going to church. All right? Right thinking philosophy, understand this, will give you mythological, allegorical stories with what? Esoteric. Esoteric meaning hidden meaning. She taught hidden meaning. She taught Netta is teaching you the hidden God. God is hidden. In order to know about him, you have to study. You have to learn. Okay? What am I up here? I crossed it off somewhere. Okay. But that's okay. Esoteric messages. That means my message in the story has the message embedded in it. That's allegorical and mythological teachings with esoteric meaning. I taught it in Masonic order for over 15 years, okay? You can live by these mythological, allegorical, philosophical concepts. You can make them real. They really happen to that. It don't make a difference. The lesson is to get you to get the message, and then you use the message, implement it. That's how you became manifestation of a thought and a concept or principle. You have to put it to life. You have to use it. You got to work it. And we've been working, getting to God a long time. Christians, understand that. That's all I want you to understand. I ain't saying nothing other than we've been doing this for a while. Pretty good at it too. All right? Where we at now? Right thinking philosophy. Okay, now, most knowledge in any religious concept, we call it dogma, is given in what? Mythological stories. If you believe that the people in the Bible, they're mythological people, they're historical, physical people that you made up to create to get a message across, it's the same thing. Understand that. Before we had writing, we were speaking the word. You had to sit down and let somebody tell you the story. You follow religion, they give you the myth, they tell you a story about Christ, you learn about him, and you're supposed to enact and do what he did so you can get the experience. It's 3 levels. Learning, the ritual, and then the mystical. The mystical is when you and God become one. That's what religion's supposed to do. Link you back to your higher self. I understand that, so I got a problem with it, but I got a problem with it done wrong. Okay, understand that. I got a problem with Christians who don't practice Christianity. Religious origins are based in spiritual and esoteric truth. You don't get no different. You have to be educated with truth. That's knowledge. That's power. Ignorance and belief is not power. Next one. God is not religious. Understand this. It's spiritual. Everything pertaining to God is spiritual and mental. He is spirit. Learn the spiritual truth. That means learn about him. Don't believe in him. Learn him and you become him. Y'all one. When I say spiritual, that's God. Truth or nature. He professes himself through nature. AKA Maya, balance. Not man-made laws that you follow in the Bible. I don't follow the Bible. I got something that was 10,000 years before that. So I understand the Bible. I'm partaking, but I don't do that. That don't make me good, bad, or different. Just I know something else. And if you respect that, we shouldn't have a problem. That's my point. All right, here you go. Man's truth will never supersede God's, aka Mayat's laws, the 42 confessing Mayat. Y'all got the 10 commandments that y'all don't even follow no more because it's outdated, whatever. And we modernize our 42 confessions to precepts. Why? Because different times. You have to change some things, modify it to fit now. I told you, I took 10,000 year concepts, modernized it, dressed it up, colorized it, made it useful for now. That's right thinking. Yeah, you know, I get passionate. I gotta calm it down. If I can teach others how to tone it down, I gotta teach myself. Tone it down. Okay, I have no problem. Now, as a spiritual being, having a human experience, I don't claim a religion. They are man's concepts and dogma that he wants you to follow. And I keep saying it because if you knew who wrote the Bible, you would know what I'm talking about. Instead of, because you believe in the Bible, you're going to argue me about what you believe. I can care less. I'm telling you the facts and truth. So there's no argument there. Please understand that. Okay, what I teach don't or won't affect your beliefs. Why? I'm teaching you something. I'm enlightening. I'm just enlightening you to things that are true. Facts that I know, that I live by. You going on what you believe. I don't concern myself with that and understand that, please. Good muggers. All religions are serve to God. I get that. I understand that. I teach that. If taught correctly, you will grow spiritually. If misunderstood and mistaught, you will be an Ouroboros. That's a serpent swallowing his own tail for modern times. That's the ancient times to show you chase your cat or the dog chases his tail, but it's the serpent eating his own tail going around. Right now, it's called buffering. If you got a computer, when it's doing that, it's buffering. I know that because I know the modern technique. I don't follow, but I know it, I understand it. It ain't no different than this is still this. Going nowhere. Energy, but you're wasting energy to go around. But you're going nowhere. You ain't gaining ground. You want to go straight. Straighten that circle out. Another lesson. I need to come to class. That's all I need to say. Because, no, just keep tuning every day. I got you right here. You ain't got to do nothing but keep tuning in. I'll get you. All right. Next one is, let me get this thing out the way. Now, all religions are dogma, man's concepts, man's view. And if they work for you, fine. I ain't saying don't. I'm just saying I don't. We shouldn't fight over serving God. That's the lesson that me and my pastor institute course. Iron sharpens iron. He's giving me biblical knowledge that I didn't have. I just studied, didn't care about. I'm giving him Egyptian knowledge that he didn't study, he didn't care about because he had his. So when you got something, you're able to do something else. You bring something to the table. Now we can break bread. I'm going to get something from you. You can get something from me. If you come to my table, I'm a street dude. If we doing something on the street, you better have something. When it's time to break bread, if you ain't putting out nothing, you're not eating. I don't eat with people who don't bring something to the table. That's just how I am. I'll eat alone. Well, I got something. I got something. Don't worry about me. That's the point. In life, if you got something, you can bring something. If you ain't got nothing, shut up and be humble and learn or get something. Because that's what you need. If you ain't got it, somebody got to help you. So you got to humble yourself and acquiesce to the situation until you can get on your own. If you don't have knowledge of self, you need to be taught. I used to get into this spiritual war, like I'm doing right now. I'm trying to avoid this. I call them over belief. Without knowledge, it's going to be a misunderstanding. We're going to go back and forth. I'm going to say this, you're going to say that. That's not conversating. That's not sitting down and having a respectful encounter. It's badgering. It's belief up against truth. I'm bringing truth. You bringing belief. It won't work. And you're not going to win the argument, so that's a waste of time or two. So that's why I don't do that. I know some biblical committed people. Again, I follow the Bible. I just know the Bible with religious blinders on. Who wrote the Bible? When the Bible did, I know about, you don't know nothing. You always claiming. Don't get me, I ain't going there. I got something for you. I got something for you. You keep claiming, but you ain't proved nothing yet. If you believe that your Bible is the only way to God, you are so wrong. I ain't saying it ain't the way. But if you saying it's the only way, I got a problem with that because I got to God and I didn't use the Bible. I'll wait. You got the Bible, you ain't got the God yet. You try to figure out why I ain't got there. You really? All right, let me move on. Let me wrap this up. Again, oh man, I did it again. All right, here you go. I got to God through years of studying, practicing my lessons in life, living them. So I know what I'm talking about and I know they work. I'm not here with a belief system. I'm not part of a belief system. So don't keep lumping me up with, well, what you believe? It ain't about my belief. What I know, I'm telling you what I know. You got to do is listen. Last one. I'm going to enlighten my unenlightened Christian family with spiritual knowledge, aka right thinking philosophy, and they're going to love it. I'm in love giving it to them. I'll be back. Hope you got your lesson.